Hello and welcome back to DROD, Beethro's Mission Spiders. We are almost done, probably. Bonus level Priest's Hold. Let's see if we can get this done today. Two snakes. Three roaches. Well, that's one roach more than we need, possibly. We also have three decoys. With the decoys, what can we do? Okay, well, we can. So clicking either of those means that we can kill a roach that's here. But any roaches that get into either of these two sections are completely inaccessible. Well, I mean, we can stab them and then... Wait. No. It doesn't matter where the roaches are, because if I'm on the arrows, I can kill any of the roaches, and then I can just step out here. I can never step on these arrows. Okay, that's what it is. Yeah, because of these arrows here. Okay, so I need two... Well, the obvious thing to do then. Counting squares, how far are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Assuming this isn't quite balanced right. Like, not symmetrical, I mean. So these decoys then, if I do that, you are going to end up here. Which is close enough. Okay. I'm just putting it down here so that when I'm on this arrow, it'll be able to get around the sword, because my orientation is actually not great for this. And that should be close enough as well. Which means I have a decoy that I don't need. I think. Now, the decoy could have been helpful for some stuff involving this, maybe. Worry about that later. That's a potential problem. Okay. Well, that's what the third decoy's for. Keep that in place. If I do this... Yeah, those other roaches are out of range already. Okay. Probably could have found a way to do that without that being an issue, but no. That roach will never leave. That gets you in. I guess I wait one more turn. So now the question is, how do I get you into that? I think the answer is by going around this way. There we go. Alright. Yeah, so a little bit of... Again, wait one turn. A little bit of a mess here as far as getting the decoys placed sensibly. Oh, right, there's one more. But once I saw where to place the decoys, everything kind of just worked out. Okay, that's kind of interesting, I guess. And that opens this door. Is there any decoy or mimic or anything? I don't see any, so I think I just have to do this and find a sequence that's going to work. This is probably going to require some experimentation. what if I do this and then wait a turn? Okay. Turned out to be a lot easier than it initially looked. Well, I mean, it didn't look like it would be hard because it's a small space, but it looked like I was going to have to mess around with it a little bit more than that. Alright, so that lets me get in here. However, if I go in here without dropping both these trapdoors first, there's a green door here. Okay, so this is the last thing I do. Because I can't get out. So do everything else first. This I still had to do before this, but not before this, I guess. Alright, well, if I hit this... I don't want anything ever going in here, do I? That's a potential issue. I guess this is just a matter of timing this with the snake. Because I'm seeing if I do that, and then this, that's what causes that problem. Okay. Which is fine. I can get you out with the tunnel. And I got up here in time. What opens you? Is that a toggle? It is, okay. Good. I guess I didn't need to do that, but I did. And that solves that problem. Okay, so what am I dealing with here? I can close this door. Why? Alright, that just kind of worked. Cool. Room complete, I guess. Wonder what that mechanism was for. Like, this looked like it could have maybe been an issue, and I don't know. This whole setup at the bottom was like trying to prevent something that I didn't try to do, I guess. That's fine. Alright, this looks like a cut the tar in a specific way to avoid getting yourself stuck kind of room. Obviously I have to hit that orb, and so if I do this, it's bad, because that's going to create uncuttable progress. So that's what this is about. Okay, I think I see how this works. There we go. Now, if I ever want access to this Mimic Potion, I have to cut here. So the question is, do I need access to the Mimic Potion? Well, I don't think I'm ever killing this roach unless I use the Mimic Potion. Is there any other... Don't see any other potions in the room. Okay, well, I guess that makes that choice easy. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. And make sure to cut this there so that I have access to the orb. Which I'm assuming opens this door. Yeah. Okay, do I need to drop all the trapdoors at some point? Probably. If I hit that... Okay, opens... Does anything close that? This does. I can re-hit this again later, potentially. Maybe from the other side. So looking at this, I think what I need to do is I need to double cut this with the Mimic. Because I need to kill that, and also... Yeah, kill the roach, and also hit the orb. Don't kill the orb. Broken orbs didn't come until later. not quite. It's gonna be easier if I have... Oh. Okay, well, I can do it like that. There we go. Now, we don't want you getting stuck, presumably. I'm just assuming I'm going to need you for something else. I'm not sure what that is, though. Well, probably a double cut here and possibly here. Which probably means I'm going in here. There we go. Okay, let's get some distance, I guess. And we're back here. Excellent. Might as well drop that. I'm gonna need to drop that eventually, I assume. It might as well be now. Alright, well, that works. So with those double cuts done, I can hit this orb to give access to that, and that's where... I guess that's where the Mimic ends up. But do I need the Mimic before anything before I do that? Let's see, I hit this. That's the only way forward. Okay, I guess that's just the next thing I do. Nice that the room makes it obvious when you don't need the Mimic anymore. That is very much appreciated. It's doing a bunch of extra work to keep a Mimic around when you don't necessarily need it. Well, it's a bunch of extra work. Okay. Not quite enough. Okay, well, we can get more distance. Hit that. And then if we want this open again, we have to hit this again. Which we can just do from this side. Now, the potential problem with this is I can never actually face north. I mean, I can just hit that again, though, which is easy to do. Yeah, cut here, cut here, cut here, cut here. Okay. So I didn't actually need to do that, and I don't have to care about which way I'm facing. And we need to drop all the trapdoors in order to get out of here, so going down this way... Well, going down this way first still lets me get to the trapdoors. Okay. And there's one down here as well. Well, that's fine. This is the way I've decided to go. And I've also decided it doesn't matter if I lock myself in. So I'm just going to ignore that. I can just do that from this side. And now that I'm through here, it shouldn't matter if the Mimic hits this orb ever again, so now I can just completely ignore the Mimic. Mimic's still potentially useful if a roach gets stuck on that arrow and I want to stab it with the Mimic, I suppose. Okay, I guess. Whoops. You can tell the moment in which I no longer consider this tower to be something I have to interact with. Okay. That lets me get Beethro through there. Okay, so it's just a matter of cutting this. And yeah, that gets me stuck. Okay. First cut must be that, which means second cut, if I do that, I'm not going to be able to do much, so I guess... That also doesn't do much. Okay, down from the bottom. And then here... I wonder if this is going to be difficult at all, or if it's just going to be do the obvious. Okay, well... It might have been possible to screw that up. Alright. Nice city music. I do like the city tile set quite a bit, actually. Alright, that locks all the serpents, so I guess all the serpents have to be dead. Or then, there is another orb which doesn't affect that. Okay, yeah. So kill all 3 serpents and then hit the orb. In order to kill all 3 roaches, I suppose, is what we're looking at here. Okay, so... which roach goes where? I think if we put you around this way and get you stuck in here... We need a roach stuck in here to get it in there, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. Like, this looks... Okay, that roach is doing something. I don't know. I don't know about that, but this gives me more than enough time to just do that. Okay. Well, let's defuse that potential issue. Now, from here... Guess you're coming up this way, then. I'm probably coming in here with me and... Yeah, do that. And then one last roach. I guess we probably want to go clockwise. That's looking like that would be easier. Though I don't know that I can. Yeah, okay. Well, I guess we're not going clockwise then. Which I guess means that we've lost, because this roach can't get out. Interesting. Well, I can get around you this way. And then do that. To gain some distance. Well, I can get you up here. I guess I just need to I need to go all the way in here like this. And get some distance this way. Okay. That works. That was a little bit tricky. Some inconvenient architecture in that portion of the room. Right, do I need any of you alive? I'm going to assume no, because I'm crossing force arrows into a tunnel. That's pretty definitive. Roaches are not following me there. Force arrows, maybe. Tunnel, not so much. I've released a Roach Queen. I just go straight there, I don't get her in time. Wait, is this a toggle? No, it's just an open. Okay, well, I guess that means that we're starting this way. I don't think I have any other options here. Let's just give myself as much time as I can. Yeah, okay, I need it to be that efficient. Oh, I guess I just chase her. Now I'm getting her down this way. There we go. Okay. Oh, whoops, let's wait until death. And there we go. That was a pretty good monster manipulation room. Few little wrinkles here and there. Okay, and to go that way, I do it from up. Hold on. Well, I found the potion. Is there a path I didn't take? The blue door there, but it hasn't opened yet. I can't even get back down there. Yeah, nothing opens that door. Well, that's intriguing. Yeah, blue door is still up. Alright, well, I guess I start looking for secret walls. Kind of assumed I wouldn't have to on this mission. Or in this level, because I already found all the secrets, and this is post-mastery. But at this point, all I can really do is scan the edges of the level and see if I've missed something. Or there might be a scripting thing. Or I suppose it's possible that I've just completed the level 100% and there's nothing left to do, and it's just kind of trolling me with the ending. Which I don't think the HAs... Well, were there HAs back then? I mean, that is a thing I can do. I can just look in the editor to figure out... if I go on that screen, wasn't I already just there? Yeah. Well, the first thing I'm going to do... Check restore. Okay, 90%. I didn't think that they would be trolling, but I wanted to remove that possibility. I mean, I suppose there are inaccessible rooms. That's the other possibility. Okay, I can hit that orb, but it doesn't do anything. It's the kind of thing where if this had been a clone potion, you could just hop over. I feel like I've missed something obvious. Okay, well, I hit the orb. Nothing happened. Well, this is probably the room. But I don't see... Don't see anywhere that a secret would be. I'm able to access it. I don't know. I don't really want to just go in the editor and look up what's going on. I feel like that's, you know, kind of counter to the spirit of what the architect intended. But if I don't have any other options... Oh, there's something. Okay. Alright, city tile. Hard to... Wrong room. Hard to find the secrets. There are secrets. Or at least there's something. Gonna hit a few of these checkpoints so I have somewhere to come back to if I get myself stuck. It's a required secret room. Required not secret secret. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. For experts only. I mean, I guess maybe the idea was you wanted a secret room on the post-mastery level, and so this was kind of a workaround for how the post-master wall works, or the mastery wall works. Okay, for experts only. Well, I can get the roach here. I probably don't want to. I want to get the roach here. Is that what's going on here? If I hit the orb, the roach comes out. I also get access to 2 wraith wings. I can go in here. And then there's this. It's okay, whatever. I guess that's the way out. Drop all the trapdoors. There's just like an extra puzzle after you've beaten the puzzle. Okay. I mean, already looking at this, I'm just like, you just step off the fuse. And oh, if you step off the fuse immediately, you'll be lighting another fuse here, though. Well, I'm sure there's a solution for this. Oh yeah, you have to let the bomb blow up, because the bomb's on a trapdoor. Anyway, that's not where we're at. Separate puzzle that we can deal with later. So here, I'm wondering about these trapdoors. Because I see I could run around this way if having these trapdoors for Wraithwing manipulation would somehow be useful. If that's the case, I guess I'll just restart the room. So obviously, hit the orb. We have, 8 different options, I guess, as to how we hit the orb, but we are going to hit the orb at some point. Next question, do I want both Wraithwings? It'll be a lot easier to deal with the Wraithwings if there's only one of them. However, if there are 2 of them, there are certain things you can do with the Wraithwings that you can't do with just one. Looking at this... Well, this arrow trap... As long as we have a Wraithwing here, we can get the Roach out. Now, what's the turn order? Roach is 2, is Snake 1? Excellent. Okay, so Roach moves before Wraithwings. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter because there's an arrow there. And then I could scare the Wraithwing out of here. If I scare the Wraithwing out of here, I probably want those trapdoors for that. Okay, I already found a reason why I might want those trapdoors. So let's go around. Because that's going to make it possible for me to scare a Wraithwing out of here, probably. Now the question is, do I just let the Roach go into the trap? I can get, like I said, I can get the Roach out. From over here, this is more than 5 for this row, this column rather. from over here. I think... putting the roach in here. Then I have a Wraithwing stuck, so then I have to use a second Wraithwing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think what it might be asking me to do is to get 2 Wraithwings stacked up on each other. If I come all the way around... Thing is, because of the way that this is set up, I can't get a Wraithwing out of here. But I think if I have Wraithwings here and here... No, the Wraithwings don't slide the same way that roaches do anyway, so that wouldn't even work. There's also this. If I somehow get a roach up here, which isn't happening. Yeah, the thing is, I'm so far down. Like, once I'm down here... Well, maybe I don't get the roach in here. Maybe I get a Wraithwing in here somehow. What would that be? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe the solution is I get a Wraithwing up here. If we go with the assumption that that is possible, I don't think I actually need the roach. Let's try doing this with a single Wraithwing. See if this is actually possible. You're being kind of annoying. Okay, well, we'll use that to get around the Wraithwing. I can do that. Okay, I already see a reason why I'd want to do that. Start over again. Okay, we got around the Wraithwing. Got around the Wraithwing. Thing is, I'm trying to get a Wraithwing on this arrow without the roach going on the arrow. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this roach on this force arrow. To do that, I have to hit the orb. But if I do this... bad things happen. The roach moves first, right? If I do that? Yeah. Okay. So like I said, that gets me the roach out if I do this. But it doesn't get me that Wraithwing out. Now I can get the Wraithwing out this way, but then I can't get the roach out. And I guess I have to do that if I want... Like I can get you to there. Can't get you stuck on this. If I had... If I had two Wraithwings up here, would that be possible? Yeah, multiple Wraithwing manipulation is it's pretty hard. It can be pretty hard. Especially if you're trying to do something very precise. I want you... Like, I think if I get the Roach not here and the Wraithwing up here, then I think I win. So that's really what I'm being asked to do. Second Wraithwing, I'm not entirely sure how that would help with this. Because going along the arrows here, there's no way I'm getting around without both Wraithwings getting stuck in the arrow trap. If I have two Wraithwings in the arrow trap, yeah, I don't think I can get them out. I think maybe the arrow trap is just an arrow trap. I can't let monsters in there. How would I ever get the Roach? Well, no, like, I can get the Roach out of the arrow trap with one Wraithwing. And then I can get the Wraithwing out one time by using this. Problem is, I can only get the Roach out if I'm over here, at which point I'm not getting the Wraithwing out. Yeah, so yeah, again, I don't think I can put anybody in here. Alright, well, I guess I put you there again. That's fine. As long as this is like this, we're not having problems with that. So let's do this again. Oh, do I want a Wraithwing? Do I want a Wraithwing out here? Like, what are they doing? I don't know. Okay, I got around both the Wraithwings. Let's get them in the same column. There we go. Okay, we got both Wraithwings up here. Does that do anything for us? I think I can get a Wraithwing out of here. Potentially. If I have a Wraithwing here, it'll just fly down this way, okay? That's not it. If I close this... Okay, I see something. I see something. Makes this a lot easier. This pit, I just assumed that the Wraithwing could fly out this way, but if I get a Wraithwing out on this side, I can just come over here and kill the Serpent almost trivially. Alright, let's do that then. I want the Wraithwings in the opposite turn order. Did that do it? We've got... Yes. There we go. And then from here, I don't think I need that anymore. Roach still gets in there, which is fine. Yeah, I think this is good. Really? You put a spider in here too, after all that? Okay. Wait, so was this supposed to be impossible? And you use the spider to kill the serpent? Was that what the room was actually? Like... Oh boy. Well, I guess I did the challenge version. Now... Like, if I drop that right away, it's still gonna go off. Wait, that was a safe spot to stand, though? Okay, well... We'll just wait. How did you saw the spider? I saw that the green door didn't drop. That's how I saw the spider. Okay. I don't know, I think that was a better room without the spider, honestly. Like, I kinda liked, what was going on with that. And then the spider just came in and it was like, oh, well, this room was just kind of a dumb trick, and... I'm guessing the potion I'm looking for is behind the blue door. But yeah, so I don't know. That room, I think, would have been a much better room without the spider in it. Now I'm wondering if the architect wasn't able to solve it without the spider. The spider was in the spot I was trying to trap a monster. Alright. Unrequired room. We are invisible. Open everything. Okay. Interesting. So this is... Use 4 decoys to prevent Roach Queens from getting on the arrows. And just looking at this, there's no way to recover them from that. I can use Roach Spawns as well. So... Hmm. It's a little bit tricky. This queen I'm not too worried about because I'm just gonna time the spawn cycle. So like I step on the potion on 29 or whatever and she steps here, spawns, traps herself, and that should give me time to rush down and kill her. So it's really these 4 others that are potential issues. Okay, well, let's do something like... Oh, I could even just stab her. No, or not. Do I just hit this whenever? It doesn't matter. Orb is... whatever. You're not moving anymore. I wonder... if I do this... Oh, actually I can just do that. Uh-oh. Okay, well... that's death. Okay. Hopefully I get a better spawn cycle, or actually, if I just wait until, like, here, there we go. I didn't want her going up that high. Okay. We kept her in place. Okay, that's not good. I guess we have to wait until another spawn then. Okay, there we go. That did it. A little bit tricky. Kind of just place some decoys and force the solution to do something. Good job, and thanks for having played my hold. Thanks to all testers, especially V, Ampere, and Geiler. Okay. Those are some names I don't recognize. I guess they were older members of the community that have since left. Alright, secrets conquered 100%. 100% exploration. Right, so this was... Well, overall, I did think that the bonus level was probably my favorite out of all the levels. This spider thing still kind of bothers me. Oh yeah, overall, this was a pretty fun hold. Definitely an older hold. The style of the puzzles are very different from what you see with modern holds. And I do have a list of holds that I want to be playing through, and like for LP purposes. And the next one I was considering doing was also really old. So I might do a more modern hold in between those two, just to kind of shake up the style of the puzzles. But yeah, that was Beethro's Missions Spiders. We'll see you next time for something else.